while back when I first heard that there may be a matte screen option for the new iPad Pro, I was super excited. As an illustrator, I need to use some sort of matte screen protector to just sort of cut down on that gloss and give it just a little bit more of a natural feel when I'm drawing with the Apple Pencil. The idea of a screen that wouldn't require that, something that was more alike to like a Wacom Cintiq or other tablets in that regard that have a matte finish, but paired with an amazing Apple display, seemed like the greatest thing ever. Even after the rumors persisted, I was pretty skeptical that it would happen because I do know a matte screen does not allow the deepest contrast and just brightest brights that Apple's really going for with this new OLED display technology. So when they announced that they were actually going to make this an option, I was just super, super excited. So I'm watching the Apple event, waiting for it to finish so I can place my order. I skipped the last generation of iPad and I'm a bit of an Apple nerd, and the fact that I haven't upgraded my iPad since 2021 is kind of crazy for me. But if I'm being honest, my 2021 iPad handles all of the things I need it to. Like, it never feels slow. It's fantastic. Now that we're into the next generation, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
The event ended. I went in to place my order and noticed that the only way to get the Nano-Texture screen was if you upgraded to either the 1 or 2 terabyte iPad. And that is very much overkill for me. I've had this iPad for a very long time, and I checked my storage space on there, and I've only used 130 gigs, and I have the 256 gig model, so 1 terabyte is a lot. I don't use a ton of space on there because I mainly work in Fresco, and Fresco syncs to the Creative Cloud, and then I transfer work files to my computer, sending them to clients and whatever. It just doesn't take up a lot of space. Having to go to 1 terabyte brought that base price up pretty high, and then the Nano-Texture screen was an additional 100 on top of that. So this was a very expensive iPad. So ever since I ordered it, I've just been obsessively watching videos and taking in as much content as I can about this new iPad, trying to find out if I made a mistake ordering this Nano-Texture glass or if I wasted my money. But none of the videos talk about how it feels. So in this video, we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna tell you how it feels. I'm gonna give you my take as a professional illustrator and someone who draws on an iPad all day long. And you're gonna know. I'm gonna know, you're gonna know, we're all gonna know together. If UPS will get here, just sitting here waiting. I should say that this is not gonna be one of those iPad review videos where I talk about all the specs, the processor, the M4, all that kind of stuff. There's so many videos, they're all the same. We don't care about that. Want to know how it is for drawing stuff. At least that's what I want to know. I'm gonna go stare out the door. It's iPad time. It's an iPad Pro. Can you believe it? Okay, so we got the, is that a HMMONMICKY? All right. It kind of drives me crazy that they don't make a black plug. You're gonna give me space black and black, nice black USB-C cord, but not a black block? Okay. Let's just, the space black really, like I have a space black M3 MacBook Pro, and I feel like it hits different on the iPad. All right. It's subtle, but it's not as glossy as the iPad display in terms of how it feels. It's not as textured as I want, but it may be enough that it's gonna work for me. Well, we'll find out. It's very light and very thin. I know I said I wasn't going to do what all the other videos are doing, but I just want to say that. Let me just compare it to my iPad Pro real quick. So it's substantially lighter. I know there's a lot of videos that say that as well, but it really is. Let me take off my screen protector here so we can see the gloss zone difference. So that is the Nano-Texture, and then this is a nudie old iPad with the glossy screen. Obviously it's not the same as the new OLED display, but probably the same gloss level. Let's open the new Apple Pencil Pro. Ooh. Check out this cool packaging. Ooh, I love that the thing that you peel off then becomes a pull tab to take it out. All right. Got an Apple Pencil Pro here. It feels about the same. You can see that they magnet in different spots, which is why they had to, because they switched the camera to the other side, so they're not in the same spot. This tip is, it looks the same. Let me see if the Apple Pencil tips are the same. All right, so this is my current favorite, which is the Pen Tips Plus. Let's see if that goes on here. So yeah, that went on there. I'm assuming it's gonna work. I guess we'll find out. Hello. Ooh, 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 this is nice. Look at this. Big questions are, does it fit in my Sketchboard Pro? You know, it's thinner, so it's not gonna be great even if it does fit. This is gonna be the first video where someone breaks their iPad Pro right out the gate. Oh, okay, so I got it in there. Obviously it sits a little bit lower, but it's fine. It's just a tiny little bit because it's not dramatically thinner, but it's thinner. Okay, let's try the AstroPad dartboard. I'm being a little bit of a baby because it's like brand new. Okay, you can get it in there. I mean, the good thing is it'll be less likely to fall out. So while I'm waiting for the software to update, I just want to shout out ESR for sending me over a couple accessories for the new iPad, specifically for the 2024 iPad. They sent me their magnetic keyboard. I know the new Apple Magic Keyboard, is that what they call it, is pretty amazing, pretty nice, but I couldn't justify the cost because I don't really use the keyboard that much, but this looks pretty nice too, so let's check this one out. All right, so this is kind of cool. You see it? So my iPad is doing stuff, so I can't do anything, but it feels fine, feels nice. It's got an on-off button. Seems like a nice viable keyboard option if you don't want to spend whatever, $500,000 on the Apple version. And then they also sent me this magnetic Shift Series case. So let's see what this one's like. It's so thin, it feels crazy. It feels wild. So it does that. I think it does other stuff too. I shouldn't have thrown the box. Oh, you can shift it up higher. That's cool. And then you could also have it vertical like this. And that magnets as well. So this is cool. This is a nice versatile folder case. I like how easy it comes on and off. And it's got a little sleeve for the Apple Pencil. Yeah, I think this is the case that I will use when I'm traveling with my iPad, but most of the time it'll probably live in the Sketchboard Pro or the dartboard. Okay, so I spent most of yesterday drawing on the new iPad, and I have some thoughts. My first thought is that I love it. It's amazing. The screen is incredible. There's all this data and people talking about it in different videos and specs and all this stuff, but just like experiencing the screen in person is amazing. I was a little worried because some of the discussions about the Nano-Texture talked about how it sort of made the screen not as good. And maybe the darkest darks could get a little bit darker without it, but man, I think it's fantastic. I love that it doesn't have that gloss to it. In my experience drawing with it over the past day, which was a lot of drawing, I would say I've drawn on it for many hours already, just the touching of the screen is so much better. I know that I'm a little bit weird, but I cannot deal with touching the regular glossy screen. Like, I have to have a screen protector on it. And I don't think I'm gonna be using a screen protector on my new iPad. The screen doesn't seem like there's any concern of it scratching. I guess time will tell, but it feels very durable. I'm not concerned at all. Feels great with just the regular Apple Pencil. I did most of my drawing with that, but I also tried out my Pen Tips Plus. I don't know why I always struggle with that name. Pen Tips Plus Pen Tip on my Apple Pencil, and I drew with that for a while. That felt good too. One of the things I noticed the most is that when I was using a screen protector on my old iPad, when I went to like zoom in or move the screen, I'd have to do it like a couple times because sometimes it wouldn't register because I wasn't pushing hard enough. That's not an issue anymore because there's nothing in between my fingers and the screen. Super cool. Other thoughts? I'm super excited about some new features that are coming to Adobe Fresco, as well as Procreate, but Fresco is my preferred app, so that's what I'm more excited about. I saw a couple of videos previewing some of these things where you will be able to use the squeeze feature to pull up your menu and like your brush sizes and undo and all this stuff. I feel like it's gonna make things so much easier because you won't have to go over to the toolbar. It'll just be right there at your fingertips. I got some insider information that this should be available in the June update. So that's pretty soon. As soon as that comes out, I'll probably do a video talking about that. But I am a happy camper. I know this was a pricey iPad, but for me as a professional illustrator who works on his iPad all day long, it makes a lot of sense. It works for me. I don't have to worry about screen protectors anymore. It just feels good out of the box, and that is not something I could say about iPads in the past. If you're new to this channel, I have new videos every Tuesday. I do a live stream every Friday. Hopefully this helped you out, and it's been a good talk.